Birds have been an important part of culture since culture existed. But only a few individual birds have reached the point where they would be considered famous. And I don't mean cartoon characters. Let's learn about the most famous birds in history. Jimmy the Raven. If you've watched an old movie, there's a good chance you've seen Jimmy the Raven. He supposedly appeared in more than 1,000 feature films from the late 1930s to 1950s.
Hello, Jimmy.
Including some of the most famous in history. You can see Jimmy's stage presence in It's a Wonderful Life, or see his masterful depiction of a crow in The Wizard of Oz.
I can't even scare a crow.
Jimmy was not credited for his work, but represented corvids well on the silver screen. Mike the Headless Chicken. A farmer named Lloyd Olson went out to kill a rooster for dinner and didn't quite remove its whole head. I edited these pictures to be a little less shocking, but it really is a headless chicken. Miracle Mike, as the chicken became known, had just enough brainstem left to walk, breathe, and stay alive for the next 18 months. Lloyd instantly abandoned dinner plans and started caring for the now headless bird, displaying him for the press and touring sideshows. Mike became famous in his day, and since 1999, there has been an annual Mike the Headless Chicken Day in Fruita, Colorado, celebrating Mike. It's attended by 15,000 people every year who continue to tell his story. Martha. The final living passenger pigeon in the world lived at the Cincinnati Zoo. Passenger pigeons used to number in the billions, the most abundant bird in North America. But they were hunted to extinction. Martha became famous as the zoo offered a reward to anyone that could find her a partner and save the species, but she died in 1914, ending the species' existence. Martha is a reminder that we can't take any species for granted. Sirocco, a kakapo who has the title of official spokesbird for conservation in New Zealand. He's imprinted on humans, so he's more likely to interact with humans than other kakapos, which is unfortunate because Sirocco is one of the last 200-ish kakapos in the world. Videos of his behavior have been seen millions of times, helping people learn about his species. Also, Sirocco inspired the design of Party Parrot in Slack. Whatever it takes to raise awareness. Cheremy. This was one of the homing pigeons that carried messages for the Allied forces in World War I. Cheremy carried a message from a trapped group of soldiers. Despite being wounded, he flew back to their headquarters and brought help. Cheremy was awarded the Croix de Guerre medal and became a war hero in popular culture. He's still on display at the Smithsonian Institution. All this accomplished by the time he was 1 year old. Cheremy has a well-deserved spot among the most famous birds of all time. Are there any birds that you think belong on this list? Let me know in the comments. If we find enough, we can make a part 2. You can subscribe to know when that happens, and you can keep learning about marvelous birds on another video on this channel. Thanks for stopping by this week to learn what makes life awesome.